In 1995, at the Source Awards, Suge Knight publicly dissed Diddy, sparking a huge East Coast versus West Coast rivalry. But that's just one part of Diddy's controversial life. In this video, we'll talk about 10 creepy facts you may not know about him. So, watch the video till the end to hear all about it. 1. Mysterious deaths surrounding Diddy. There have been several mysterious deaths linked to people close to Sean Diddy Combs over the years, and these events have stirred up rumors and conspiracy theories about his involvement. One of the most prominent deaths is that of his ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter, who passed away in November 2018. Kim, who was only 47 years old, died suddenly of pneumonia, even though she had no known serious health issues. Her death surprised many people because pneumonia rarely kills healthy individuals at that age. Another mysterious case is that of Shakir Stewart, a music executive who had previously dated Kim Porter. In November 2008, Stewart was found dead in his home from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was only 34 at the time. While his death was officially ruled a suicide, the fact that he had a connection to both Kim and Diddy has led some to wonder if there's more to the story. Then there's Dr. Frank Ryan, a plastic surgeon who reportedly performed breast implant surgery on Diddy's former girlfriend, Cassie, at Diddy's request. Less than a week later, Diddy asked the doctor to remove the implants because he wasn't happy with the results. In August 2010, Dr. Ryan tragically died in a car accident when his vehicle went off a cliff. Some people have questioned whether this was really just an unfortunate accident. In addition to these deaths, Diddy has also been linked to Tupac Shakur's murder. Decades after Tupac's 1996 killing, Dwayne "Keffe D. Davis claimed that Diddy offered him $1 million to kill both Tupac and Suge Knight. Although this claim remains unproven, it has intensified conspiracy theories surrounding Diddy's potential involvement. 2. Alleged secret mansion parties. For years, there have been whispers about Diddy's extravagant mansion parties, and they're not your typical celebrity get-togethers. According to various rumors, these parties aren't just about music, dancing, and luxury. There's a much darker, more secretive side to them. What makes them especially suspicious is that attendees are reportedly required to sign non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, before they enter, meaning they're legally bound to keep everything that happens inside those walls a secret. The idea of signing an NDA might seem odd for a party, but these types of agreements are often used to keep certain events private, especially for celebrities. However, what makes Diddy's parties the subject of so much speculation is that the NDAs allegedly cover more than just privacy. Rumors suggest that what goes on at these parties is not just about enjoying lavish lifestyles and music, but could involve activities that are far more intense and perhaps even inappropriate. Some sources claim that high-profile figures in the entertainment industry attend these parties and engage in things they wouldn't want to be made public. For example, guests supposedly can't bring their phones, and there are claims that the atmosphere is carefully controlled to maintain privacy. In fact, a few former attendees have hinted at strange and unsettling experiences during these gatherings. 3. Obsessive control over artists. Diddy has built a massive empire with his record label, Bad Boy Records. But behind the glitz and glam, there have been serious claims about how he treats the artists signed to him. Over the years, several artists have spoken out, accusing Diddy of being overly controlling, especially when it comes to contracts and business dealings. One of the biggest complaints revolves around manipulative contracts. Numerous artists who were signed to Bad Boy Records have claimed that they were trapped in unfair deals, which left them with little to no control over their careers. These contracts allegedly allowed Diddy to take large portions of their earnings, leaving the artists with a much smaller cut than they expected. In some cases, musicians felt that Diddy benefited the most financially from their work, while they struggled to get their fair share. Beyond the contracts, there are also accusations that Diddy uses intimidation tactics to keep artists in line. Some former Bad Boy artists have suggested that Diddy maintained an environment where they felt pressured to do things his way or risk being pushed out of the label. This meant that artists had little say over their music, creative direction, and even personal decisions related to their careers. One notable example is the LOX, a hip-hop group that was signed to Bad Boy in the late 1990s. They have been vocal about their struggles with Diddy, particularly how he allegedly refused to release them from their contract when they wanted to leave the label. The group famously went public with their frustrations, accusing Diddy of holding them hostage with their contract and preventing them from moving forward in their careers. 4. Puffy Flavor Camp. According to gossip and some sources within the industry, this so-called camp was a retreat or gathering Diddy organized for young artists and talent. While it might sound like it was a place for mentoring and helping new artists grow, rumors suggest there may have been much more going on, and not all of it was positive. There are claims that the atmosphere was intense, with a lot of pressure on attendees to participate in activities they might not have been comfortable with. One of the most disturbing aspects of these rumors is the alleged exploitation of young artists. It's said that some attendees felt coerced into doing things they didn't want to do, all in the name of advancing their careers. The power dynamics at play here are pretty troubling, with Diddy and other industry bigwigs holding a lot of influence over these young talents. There are also whispers about drug use and other illegal activities taking place at these gatherings. 5. Father's death. One of the most shocking parts of his life is the story of his father's death. Melvin Combs, Diddy's father, was murdered in a drug deal gone bad when Diddy was just a young boy. Growing up, Diddy was raised by his mother, Janice Combs, who worked hard to provide for him and his siblings. She kept the details of Melvin's death a secret, probably to protect her children from the harsh reality of their father's involvement in the drug trade. Diddy knew his father had passed away, but he didn't know the circumstances surrounding his death. As Diddy grew older and started making a name for himself in the music industry, he began to dig deeper into his past. It was during this time that he discovered the truth about his father's murder. Learning that Melvin was killed in a drug deal gone bad was a tough pill to swallow. He often speaks about how his father's death motivated him to work harder and stay focused on his goals. 6. His former personal chef sued him for sexual harassment. In 2017, Diddy's former personal chef, Cindy Rueda, filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against him, which attracted a lot of attention due to the nature of her claims. Rueda accused Diddy of repeatedly creating an uncomfortable and inappropriate work environment while she was employed as his chef. In the lawsuit, she alleged that Diddy would force her to serve him meals while he was engaged in sexual activities with other people. According to her claims, Diddy would often walk around the house naked in front of her and would make inappropriate comments, including asking her if she liked his body when he was unclothed. Rueda also claimed that after she voiced her discomfort and brought these issues to the attention of the relevant people at Combs Enterprises, things took a dark turn. Instead of addressing her concerns, she says she was fired under suspicious circumstances. According to Rueda, she was set up in a situation where her employers framed her for theft, leading to her dismissal. Diddy, on his part, denied all the accusations. He claimed that the lawsuit was nothing more than a money grab and that Rueda's allegations were a shakedown designed to extract a payout from him. 7. Diddy arrested for club shooting. Back in December 1999, Diddy, who was then known as Puff Daddy, was involved in a high-profile incident that made headlines across the country. He was arrested following a club shooting in New York City, where he was out with his then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. The two were at a nightclub called Club New York, enjoying a night out, when things quickly took a dark turn. The story goes that a fight broke out at the club, and during the chaos, someone fired a gun, leaving 3 people injured. Following the shooting, Diddy, Jennifer Lopez, and Diddy's bodyguard were all arrested. The police stopped their vehicle after the incident and found a gun in the car. This led to Diddy being charged with criminal possession of a weapon, and his bodyguard being charged with the same. The situation became even more dramatic when it was revealed that the gun may have been tossed out of the car by someone in Diddy's entourage during the chase. For J.Lo, this incident was particularly difficult, as she was also briefly detained, though the charges against her were dropped shortly after. Diddy, however, wasn't as fortunate. He faced serious charges and was embroiled in a legal battle for months. In the end, Diddy went to trial in 2001 and was ultimately acquitted of all charges related to the shooting and the weapons violation. His bodyguard took the fall and admitted to carrying the weapon. The trial was a huge moment in Diddy's career, as it threatened to derail everything he had built up in the music industry at that point. 8. Diddy assaults exec over music video. In 1999, Diddy was involved in a pretty serious altercation with record executive Steve Stout. The conflict stemmed from the music video for the song Hate Me Now by the rapper Nas, which featured Diddy. In one scene, Diddy was shown being crucified, which is a very controversial image. After filming the scene, Diddy apparently had second thoughts and asked Stout to remove that part from the final version of the video before it was released. However, when the video came out, the crucifixion scene was still included, which made Diddy furious. He felt that Stout had disrespected him by not cutting the scene as he had requested. So, Diddy decided to confront Stout directly. In a heated moment, Diddy went to Stout's office and allegedly assaulted him. According to reports, Diddy struck Stout with a champagne bottle, a phone, and even a chair during the altercation. Diddy was arrested and charged with assault, but he later pleaded guilty to a reduced charge. As part of his plea deal, Diddy didn't face any serious jail time. Instead, he was ordered to attend 1 day of anger management, which was a very light punishment considering the nature of the attack. While the incident was a black mark on Diddy's reputation at the time, he managed to move past it without much long-term damage to his career. 9. Diddy's affair revealed during Kim Porter's pregnancy. In 2006, Diddy found himself in a pretty messy personal situation that involved his longtime girlfriend Kim Porter and another woman named Sarah Chapman. At the time, Porter was pregnant with the couple's twin daughters, Delilah and Jessie. Everything seemed fine, but during her pregnancy, Porter discovered that Diddy had recently fathered another child, a daughter named Chance, with Sarah Chapman. This revelation came as a shock to Porter, as Diddy had kept this major part of his life secret from her while they were expecting their twins. After the twins were born, Porter confronted Diddy about the situation, and he eventually admitted the truth. In an interview, Porter expressed her disappointment, saying, "I would have preferred to find out from him because that's a man." The betrayal was too much for Porter, and shortly after the twins' birth, she decided to leave Diddy. Diddy later discussed the complicated situation during an appearance on The Wendy Williams Show in 2017. He explained that he had met both Porter and Chapman around the same time and described being friends with both women. According to him, one woman had broken his heart and the other had consoled him, leading to the conception of all 3 girls, the twins and Chance, around the same period. While he tried to justify the situation as something that just happened, the whole thing created a lot of tension between him and Porter, leading to their eventual split. 10. Diddy confronts Suge Knight over Source Awards diss. In 1995, tensions between the East Coast and West Coast rap scenes reached a boiling point, and one of the most infamous moments that stirred things up took place at the Source Awards. Suge Knight, the head of Death Row Records, got up on stage and made what many interpreted as a direct shot at Diddy, who was leading Bad Boy Records at the time. Suge's comments seemed to target Diddy's habit of appearing in his artist videos, saying, "Any artist out there that want to be an artist and want to stay a star and won't have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the records, dancing, come to Death Row." This remark was seen as a clear diss, creating even more tension between the two camps. Diddy later opened up about how that moment took him by surprise. According to him, he didn't expect such an attack from Suge because, as Diddy put it, "Me and him were friends." He claimed that he was shocked by the comment because, up until that point, he didn't think there was any bad blood between them. After the awards, Diddy decided to confront Suge Knight directly about what he said. According to Diddy, when he asked Suge about the diss, Suge denied that he was targeting Diddy at all. Instead, Suge claimed that his comment was directed at Jermaine Dupri, who was running So-So Def Records at the time. However, Jermaine Dupri quickly shot down that explanation, saying that he had no issues with Suge Knight or Death Row. In fact, Dupri said Suge was even kicking it in his office at one point, meaning there wasn't any beef between them. Even though Diddy confronted Suge, the damage was already done, and the rivalry only grew stronger from there. Let us know what you think. Are these just rumors, or is there something deeper going on? If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the untold stories of the entertainment world.